mm, mm. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Mm, mm, mm. I am just waiting for a couple people to join in. I'm on a new platform now. And so I'm normally in my group when I speak, the Divine Feminine. But today I have decided to not necessarily go live in there. So I am just tagging my people who wanted me to let them know that I was on. I'm also a little late too. I told them 6-ish, you know. I think that was good. Let's see if it shows me. All right. So we are talking about today a very, very, very controversial topic. And I get it. I understand, I understand why people are feeling this way. But here's the thing. Don't shoot me. I'm just the messenger. All right. Let's start with that. Let me get some a little bit more light, but I don't want to take my melanin away now. But so there has been this humongous debate online that speaks about, you know, we have the manosphere, we have the feminine groups, we have the feminist groups, and these are all different groups, by the way. So, um, ooh, I'm sorry. Ooh, look at me getting this big, figuring out how to work this thing. I'm loving it. But anyway, so we have the manosphere, we have the feminist group. We have so much going on with here we have I gotta turn this off now. Um so much going on. And it's getting to be a little daunting. So I wanted to add some clarity. I had to just check the sound from it. Some clarity to what is going on. So the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about is number one, men are not the prize. Okay. I know nobody wants to hear that. I know the manosphere doesn't want to hear it. I know that the feminist group are in love with what I'm about to say, but here's the thing. I am not about to get into a debate with y'all. You know how I get. Hi, Joanna. This is what we're going to do. We're really going to unpack this today. All right. So don't shoot me. I'm just the messenger, but y'all can see I got my wine today because I might need it. All right. So I have said this particular point in a few of my videos. And now I just feel like it's time to truly, truly, truly expound upon what I was talking about in all of my other videos. So let me preface this video with this fact, all right? Before people start sharing it and then it's terrible. But I am not against men. And everybody that knows me knows that. I am not against men. This is not an attack against men. I actually love men and think that they are super valuable. I always give men their homage, and I will never put them down in any way, shape, or form. So let's just start here. Men are not the prize, okay? They're not the prize. Women, this is my word of advice for you. If you hear a man say, let me just rear back for this one. If you hear a man say, well, because men are the prize now, men are realizing that they the prize, girl, run for your life, okay? Run quickly and don't look back. It better turn into Sodom and Gomorrah. You better feel like you're about to turn into a pillar of salt if you turn back and look at him, okay? Because here's the thing. If you hear a man say that he is the prize, right? What this means is that he normally has a prima donna complex or a superiority complex. And I'm always leery of a man that walks around claiming, because y'all know I got my notes. Let me get to them now before I get off and start talking and just forget. I'm always leery of a man that walks around and claims that he's the prize. Number one, why? It shows that he does not understand his role as a man. So, number one, if a man is walking around claiming himself as the prize, he doesn't understand his role as a man. Number two, it shows that he also doesn't understand the value that a woman brings to the relationship. And three, it either shows that he either thinks super highly of himself or super low of himself. And I'm going to get into that later. I'm going to explain a little bit about what that means later. This man who is claiming himself as the prize may also be butthurt because no woman sees his value. So usually when a man claims something like men are the prize now and men are the prize now, it is because somewhere along the line, some woman that he gave his full self to did not see, recognize, or understand what his true value was. Oh, come on now. This says no sweat. Okay. Mostly men with money think they the prize. Come on, talk about it but I love it because we're going to unpack all of that. Money is not the prize either. And money doesn't make you a prize. But a lot of times, you're absolutely right. Men with a bunch of money swear they're the prize because they have a superiority complex. But once again, what that means is they don't understand their true value as a man. And I'm going to break this down. So you're going to want to show this video to all your friends when you're done. You're going to be like, oh my God, any guy that says he's the prize, you're going to be like, watch this video. Because I'm going to show men and women exactly why men are not the prize. All right. So yes, Kim, you stole my point. Okay. So he's upset that no woman has seen his value. He's butthurt. He used to get dogged back in the day, but now, like Kim said, he got a little bit of money or a little bit of resources. Or he already has money and resources, and that's what he leads his table with. So a lot of times men that think they're the prize is because they already have money, they have resources, and they are leading their table with their money and resources and nothing else. But again, that's diminishing a man's job. I'm going to get to it, but that's no different than a woman only bringing beauty to the table. Now, we know beauty is high up there. We know that beauty equates to a man's money. It's one and the same. Even ask Marilyn Monroe. Even she knew that. Dorothy Dandridge, she knew that. All right, Joanna. We'll see you back. But you cannot only bring beauty to the table as a woman. That's like ridiculous to think that your beauty will get you in the door. It's your mind and your mindset and your spirit that's going to keep you there. And it's the same with a man. Your money can get you in the door. But if that's all you got, sir, that is not going to last very long. Okay. So we said this, he already has money or resources, and that's what he leaves his table with. But lastly, he can be a man that actually truly does know his value, but he's using the word prize out of context. So that man, we want to be a little bit compassionate with, because he does know what he brings to the table. He knows the value that he has, but he's just using the word prize out of context, because we're going to delve into it. Guys, I am a writer and I am very big on using the real meaning of a word. So let's not just get out here throwing words around. You're not the prize, sir, because I want to tell you what a prize is. All right. So, let's break some ground. Let me cook here. Let's break some ground. A man that attributes himself to a prize is essentially lowering himself as a man. And let me tell you why. Because firstly, let's look at the definition of a prize, shall we? So, definition number 1, it is a thing given as a reward to the winner of a competition or in recognition of an outstanding achievement, also known as synonym, an award, a trophy, an accolade, or a crown. Okay? So, listen to this. The very first definition of a prize is a thing given as a reward to a winner of a competition or in recognition of an outstanding achievement. Hey, Chanel, tell your coworker I said yes. Okay. Now, the second definition of a prize is something exceptionally desirable. Is this thing on? Something exceptionally desirable. The third one is property that is lawfully gathered, an act of capturing or taking. That's another definition of a prize. Or to value or highly esteem something. All right, so let me cook here for a minute. All right, let me simmer down on this. Let's get a nice good stock going here. All right, so let's just break this definition down and how the very meaning of the definition is contrary to the very idea of divine or sacred femininity. All right, so it's contrary. A man can't be a prize of divine masculinity. A man cannot be a prize. All right. Based on these definitions alone, how can a man logically be a prize? All right. Because here's the deal. Number 1, divinely feminine women don't compete. So it says, once again, let's trail back up. Hey, Tiffy, I can see who y'all are on here. Ain't that crazy? So let's trail back up. I don't want us to forget. A prize is a thing given as a reward to the winner of a competition or in recognition of an outstanding achievement. So the very idea of what you have to do to get a prize goes against femininity in general. It goes against divine femininity, period. Divinely feminine women don't compete. So how are we winning a prize if we're not competing for one? How? Number 2, we don't lead with recognitions or achievements. And it says that this is a reward giving for outstanding achievement. Divinely feminine women are not out here leading with their achievements. That's not what we do. Let's keep going though. Let's keep going. Let's cook here. Men compete and win or lose, not women. Women create, men compete. They're two totally different things. So to say that a prize is given as a reward for a competition or property lawfully gathered, women don't compete. Women are not out here competing for men. Now, it might seem as such now because of the state that our society is in as it relates to relationships, but women are not out here competing for relationships. That's what men do. Men compete amongst each other to win a prize, to win the spoil of the war. All right. A man cannot be given to a woman. So the definition says a thing that is given as a reward to the winner of a competition. A man can't be given to a woman. A woman is given to a man. That's the second one. So if women aren't competing and a man cannot be given to a woman, how is the man considered a prize? Somebody please tell me. I'm waiting. There's not going to be much men in here because this is my divine feminine group. So I'm expecting the men comments to come later. All right. The definition also states, this is for a prize, by the way. The definition also states something that is exceptionally desirable. Y'all, men are not desirable. Men are needed. Women are desired. Men are needed. Big difference. Women need men. Men desire women, but they don't need women. Okay? So when I say that men don't need women, I don't mean that they don't need us in their lives. What I mean is that women are optional to men. They don't need women to survive, but women certainly need men to survive. Okay? So that's the main difference of the two. They don't even have to be our man. That's the crazy part. Women need men to survive, period. They don't even have to be necessarily my man or our man or a man. Any men, we need men here on this earth to survive. There's no getting around that. All right? Another thing is an award or a trophy, right? We have never once heard a man called a trophy husband. It's almost unheard of. Have you ever heard of somebody say, "Oh, she got a trophy husband"? Nobody's ever heard that. But we have heard of women being called a trophy wife. Something that just looks good, stands there, and does her job. All right. A lot of men get caught up in the word prize because in their mind, prize means value. And many men want women to see and know their value. So the problem is that men want women to see and know their value. So they're claiming themselves to be the prize now. When instead they should just show their value. And women who don't see or appreciate their value, they need to walk away from that woman instead of proclaiming themselves to be something that they aren't. Okay? The prize actually has no real value, not in the way that people think. So they're using the word, "Oh, I'm the prize, men are the prize" now, thinking that the word prize means value, but the word prize doesn't even actually mean value. So in a sense, men are diminishing themselves by actually calling themselves the prize. And I'm going to say why. Let's get into it. So here's the thing. It actually irks my soul when men say we're the prize now. It makes me cringe inside. Sir, you're not the prize. It actually sounds very ignorant when I hear men say that, because it means you don't know the definition and you're just literally saying anything. So, sir, no, you're not the prize. It baffles me. Women are still the prize, okay? A man stabilizes a woman. That's his job. A man is strong. He is sturdy. He's steadfast. So a man actually stabilizes a woman, but a woman enhances a man. And we see that just in life. You know, men would not get their hair cut if there was no women on the planet. They would not care about that edge up. They would not care about that sunroof of the balding hair that they got in the middle, getting all this fake hair up there. They would not care about getting edge ups every 2 weeks. They would not be in the salons getting manicures and pedicures just like women are getting, talking about some, "I don't want my feet to be rough in the bed." Trust me, I know, because I be doing some of them. They will not be out here getting chest and back waxes for the beach so they look smooth when they're outside in the water. There are a lot of things out here that men are doing, and the reason that they're doing it is because women exist here on this earth. That's why. So again, a woman enhances a man. That's why they're doing these things. They're doing these things for us. We help them to become better people because we are the moral compass of this world. Men are barbaric and they're primal at best. They are always going to be the same yesterday, today, and forever. They are primal beings. Lord knows they all act the same, they talk the same, and they feel the same way about a lot of things. So they're primal instincts. So women enhance that in a man. Women enhance the primal instinct because the woman brings emotions and intelligence to the table. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. Like I said, and before in prior videos, you can tell that women, that's what women bring to the table just based on our kids, based on our children. Look at little girls versus little boys. Little girls are talking and articulating, mommy, I gotta go potty, mommy, I'm hungry, mommy, daddy, this. Boys are like with a car. Like they're not even talking. And they're definitely not potty trained usually before girls. Girls are the intelligently and emotionally superior beings. That's just what it is. And men are the physically superior beings and the protector superior beings. That is their instinct. Their natural instinct is to hunt and to kill and to protect. That's it. To build, to develop. That is their primal instincts. All right. But we're going to get into that a little bit later. So let's just keep cooking here. All right. So it's bothersome to me when men want to take on the role of a prize because it is actually demeaning to the man to call himself the prize, right? That's just my opinion. It's demeaning. It bothers me so much when men like to take on the traits of a woman. Like, why do you want that title? Why do you even want it? It's not meant for y'all. It never was meant for y'all. So, always remember as women, you are the prize. Only though, if you bring the correct polarized energy to the relationship. If you bring the correct polarized feminine energy to the relationship, you will always be the prize to the man. Now, here's the problem. Women who are thinking they are the prize, but you're bringing masculine energy to the relationship, and that's not a prize to a man at all. That's a nuisance. Okay? He is not enamored by you. He is not smitten by you. You are not delicious to him. You are not bringing something that he sees as value to the relationship. So no, you are not the prize to him. In his mind, he's the prize to you because he's still being masculine, but you're being masculine too. So in his mind, well, I'm the prize because I'm the man here. I'm the bigger man. You trying to be a man, but I'm really a man. So men are not enamored by women that act masculine. They are always polarized by a woman who brings opposite energy to the relationship. But I will get into that in another podcast or another video on how to polarize the relationship, because here's the thing. It is very hard to undo a relationship that has been polarized by masculine versus masculine energy, because there's a lot of relationships where the woman has had to step up and be masculine, and now that it's time for her to step down, he doesn't even trust that she's in her feminine truly, so he constantly like puts you through these tests. So there are ways you have to do it, but it does take a lot of work and a lot of self evaluation and a lot of dedication. Okay. So that will probably be the next one, but I don't want to merge them together, right? So if you bring the correct polarized energy to the relationship, you will always be the prize. So let's look deeper at the traits of a prize, shall we? So I was sitting in the living room and my husband has won some bodybuilding trophies, should I say. Yes, prizes and trophies. So I was sitting in the living room. That's what prompted this video, because I was sitting in the living room. I was looking at the prizes and I was going, what does these things actually do? Right? What do they do? They're just sitting here. Now, every day he comes in and he sees them. And every day I come in and I see them, but they don't do anything. They don't even move, really. They just stay in the same spot. So let's look deeper at the traits of a prize. All right. So, one, it doesn't do much. Let's be honest. A prize is pretty. It shows off an accomplishment, most notably personified as a trophy, a ribbon, or a medal, So what does a trophy do? Like, what does a prize do? When you win a prize, there's literally nothing you can use it for, except for pretty much bragging rights. Like, it does nothing. Like, maybe, I don't know. Somebody put in the chat, if you're watching, what a prize actually does. Like, what does it do? I don't know. I'm waiting because maybe I missed something. I don't know. Prize, you know, I'm at a loss for what a prize actually does. So let's go here. May I remind us that the doing energy in a relationship is masculine, and the resting and the inactive energy in the relationship is feminine. The prize does not have active doing energy. It has resting energy. You cannot be a prize as a man in active energy. It defies law. A prize rests. A prize sits. A prize, just sits pretty. Why on earth would a man equate himself to something that actually does nothing? I'm appalled. I'm appalled. Like, why would a man just listen, we the prize now. What do you do, sir? You want to brag about doing nothing? You want to brag about getting dusty on a shelf? You want to brag that when people come in, it just sits? A prize actively does nothing. But let me tell you what a prize does show. Let's talk about that. So, number one, it stands and it looks pretty, period. A prize, a trophy, a ribbon, a medal, they always are out front where other people can see them, and they look pretty, they're shiny, and they just stand. It reminds the world and the people around you of your accomplishments. So once somebody sees a prize or a trophy that you won, it says, oh, they do this. It says, oh, they're good at this. It says this is what they bring to the table. Just the prize alone says that. Not the prize isn't doing anything, but the prize is ultimately showing something. Okay? Stay with me here. A prize is a bragging right. Look what I got. Look what I won. Look what I did. Because everybody can't do this, but I got this. Look at this. I got it. Everybody can't come in first place, but look what I did. Even if you were second or third, you still got a prize or a ribbon. A prize gets you into a room that you couldn't get into without it. There's some people that have Nobel Peace Prizes. There's some people that have prizes as authors. There are some people that have different levels of prizes, but you cannot get into a room unless you had that particular prize or that kind of prize. It gets you respect amongst your peers. So you get a prize, people respect that you're able to do certain things based on the fact that you won this prize, trophy, or ribbon. It shows the world what you're capable of. As a husband, as a man, having a wife shows the world that you're capable of something. It shows the world that you're capable of doing certain things, taking care of certain things. That's what it's showing. It allows the world to trust your abilities, because you wouldn't have got this prize if you weren't able to hold up your end of the bargain. You wouldn't still have this prize if you weren't up to holding up your end of the bargain. Think about it. Somebody got a prize. It says that they were worth winning the prize. Nobody's giving out last place ribbons. Not in the real world. It shows your strength, your tenacity, and your steadfastness. It takes a lot to win a prize. It takes a lot to win a trophy. It takes a lot to win the ribbon. So it shows the world your tenacity, how strong you are, how steadfast you are, how consistent you are, how you felt pain and you kept going, how you pushed through obstacles and hurdles. That's what the prize shows. That you were able to push through and get through to something. You were able to finish. You made it to the finish line. It shows your commitment to something. There's a lot of people like who people that run track, people that play tennis, people that are in the Olympics. They win something. It shows your level of commitment to that thing. It also shows that you're willing to go the long haul, because you don't get a prize when you give up. You don't get a prize when you throw the towel in. You don't win the race or the match when you say, this is too hard. I'm not doing this. I'm over it. I can't. You don't win a prize if you do that. You come in last place. You don't have much. A prize, quite frankly, lets people know, look, I did that. I won. Now what? Who got this? I did it. Look what I did. And a prize, depending on the type, comes with certain levels of perks. So dare I even say that the prize sits on the mantle to actually remind you of who you are and what you're capable of. Every time you come into a house and you see a prize that you won, that you worked for, it reminds you of how dope you are, how capable you are, how steadfast you are, how committed you were. It reminds you every single day, every day that you look at it. So, guys, this particular breakdown is more aligned to the role of a woman for a man, not aligned to the role of a man for a woman. Okay? Let's start there. It's aligned to the role of a woman, not the man. So let me just say this. A man with a family is considered an asset. His wife brings that to the table. A beautiful wife is a very silent marker of who he is based on who his wife is. So let's backtrack that up. So you see now, ladies, see how I switched it up on you real quick? The wife brings the value and the asset to that man. But that depends on the type of wife you are, the type of woman you are. All right? A beautiful wife, again, is a very silent marker of who that man is based on who she is. So if you're a wife and you out here wilding and, shaking your ass at R&B Wednesdays, like, I'm not judging. I did it too. I ain't mad at y'all. But that's not bringing value to that man. It's not bringing value. If you're out and you're constantly out in the streets You're not bringing value to that man. When people look at you, they're not saying, oh, her husband, man, he dope. They're laughing at him because of you. If you are going to be the prize, you need to be a prize. Nobody wants to go to, the amusement park or the carnival and you win the thing, you working the thing, you get the claw, you win something, you open the egg and nothing's in it. That's not no prize. If you want to be considered the prize, you have to act like a prize. Because the reality of it is women are a prize to men. But only if you're a certain kind of woman. Otherwise, you're not a prize, you're a liability. You're something that's going to get him in trouble. You're something that's going to cause him to have to fight. You're something that's going to cause him to have to come out and protect for you. Because your mouth too big, or you don't know how to conduct yourself in public, or you're talking too much. You have to actually be the prize in the relationship, all right? And this is where it actually gets a little sticky because a lot of women don't like to hear men when they say, well, I'm the prize. He's not the prize, but sis, neither are you. Because again, a man brings stability to a woman, but a woman enhances a man. So you have to be an enhancer in order to be considered a prize, because a prize enhances a man. If he's won a prize, he looks like he's up there. So a married man equals asset. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to show you why. I'm going to get deeper into why women are actually the prize. Number one, the housing market chooses a man with a wife or a family's application first. So whether you know this or not, a man, if he goes to look for an apartment or a house or housing, and I found this out when I was in real estate school, that a man that has a wife and kids on his application will get chosen before a single man does, because technically a single man is a liability. But I'll get into that later too. Car insurance goes down when a man is married. If a man is married, his car insurance goes down at least 30%. And the reason why is because they know that married men have something to lose. So they're not going to be out here driving recklessly and acting crazy when they have a wife, because now having a wife gives him more responsibility. A man with a wife is seen as more responsible. Okay? I remember I said in my last live video, but I think I didn't complete the thought. I was saying that my husband used to tell me a long time ago that men who were not married, yeah, Tiff, I said that. Oh, but maybe it came out a little late. But he was saying that men that are in the business world and are not married are looked at as sketchy. Like, it's one thing if you were married and got divorced, but it's another thing you've never been married. Like, what's wrong with you? All right. So car insurance goes down. They know you're not about to be out here driving reckless with your babies in the car and your wife in the car. Or they know you don't want to lose your life when you have a family at home to take care of. Now, a 24-year-old might be riding his car fast as he can on the highway, but a married man is not usually doing that. Another thing, he gets more respected in business and in higher class social settings when he has a wife. Men respect men based on certain tiers, ladies. And a man without a wife, again, is seen as dangerous. He's a liability. Nobody wants your single penis around their wife and their kids. You just single, you at the same party as all the men with their wives. It doesn't work like that. There are levels to it. You just out here just single, smiling on the married men faces. They're like, if you don't get out of here. So a man with a wife gets honored more in business, and he gets honored more in social settings when he has a wife. Because guess what? Even if he is, he's not going to be looked at as the creep because his wife is there. He ain't gonna be, nobody's going to be like, you see that guy in the corner? But when it's a single guy, you know how single guys, they be out at the club, they got they cup in their hand, they just be like, mm. Yeah, oh my God. I don't even want to think about it because it makes my heart palpitate. That man is not getting in the same social setting as the man that's married. The man that's married has a lot more to lose and he's more of an asset. A man that is single has less to lose and he is considered more of a liability in society in general. Period. There is no getting around this fact. Even a man, let's just say a black man is walking down the street as a single man. He looks dangerous. But a black man walking down the street with his wife looks less dangerous. He's less of a threat. He has too much to lose. He's not walking down the street with his wife getting ready to rob you. He's not walking down the street with his wife getting ready to start trouble. And that goes with any race. But I said a black man because at this point now, black men look so scary to every other race. It's like, gosh, they can't even walk down the street by themselves. It's crazy. But a married man, that's an asset. Nobody wants the single dude around the things that they care about. I'm sorry. That's just how it works. Okay. A man with a wife and a family says that he is responsible. He can be trusted simply because he has other people to think about other than himself. So you got to think, a single man, I remembered a very long time ago hearing my brother say he didn't care about going to jail once he got divorced because it wouldn't matter to him. He got a bed, he got somewhere to sleep, he got 3 meals a day. Who cares? But a married man is not thinking like that. Nobody wants to leave their family willingly to just go out and be reckless and do something to jeopardize their entire family, because a true married and responsible man knows that doing anything out here in the street that could be crazy and detrimental, it actually puts his family at risk as well. And most men worth their weight in salt is not willing to put their family at risk. So he's deemed more responsible. Guys, here's the thing. There's I always speak in the exception. We always speak in the rule, not the exception. But let's just say, even if he is reckless and he's willing to put his family in jeopardy, society doesn't think that. Society thinks he's responsible, even if he's not. That is the perception. That's why women are the prize for men. Every married man knows and doesn't want to deal with the consequences of his foolishness hitting his family, putting them in the dark, putting them out of a home. Now his family's homeless because he made a dumb, irrational decision. Now he's in jail and his wife is out here left alone to the wolves and the devices that are out here and other men trying to get at her. No man really wants that. But what I will tell you is this is not being married screams irresponsibility as a grown man. And honestly, that he might not be able to be trusted. Because you want to know why? It says, like, what women in this world usually want to be married. They want to be taken care of. They want to be protected. They want to be provided for. If no woman has deemed you, now he might be a guy that's walking around saying, well, I don't want to get married because I ain't found the one yet. And these women out here are crazy. I get it. But it still screams irresponsibility because it says that, dag, out of all the women in this world, you couldn't find one? The problem must be you, sir. It must be you. Not being married shows that you don't have the ability to take care of anyone but yourself. So you have no responsibilities. You don't got to take care of nobody but yourself. Maybe you can't take care of anybody but yourself. And again, that's how you get left out of certain social settings, because again, these are subliminal messages that are being sent out. It is saying you can't take care of anybody else but yourself, which says that you don't belong here, sir. You belong over there, down there. I don't know. Not being married shows that no woman found you good enough, great enough, respected enough to want to join lives with you and bear your children. Even if a man is single by choice because he hasn't found the right one, that's not what it's translated as in the world. Like, what circles are you in, sir, that you have not met a woman that can fit a certain criteria that you like? That means either one of two things. You're either in circles that are beneath you, or you're in circles you don't belong in. But either way, you meet people based on the circles that you're in. So if you haven't met a wife, you're 35, 38, what are you doing, sir? Are you out here just club promoting? Like, what are you doing? Because here's the thing, it's going to be hard to meet a wife with that career. You're still giving people your demo tape? Like, are you still trying to be a rapper? Is that what we're doing? We're 37 now. It's time to, like, I get it. You might get that big break, but you might want to put it to bed soon. You know what I mean? Where are you at? You know what I'm saying? Where you're not meeting high quality women. So that's another thing. Women give men validation in this world. Without us guys, the world would be an uncultured, barbaric society without women. Without women, men would just kill each other. I'm the strongest. It's me. They're dead. All of them. Survival of the fittest. They will all be gone. Because the moment something didn't go right, they would just kill it off. The moment something offended them, dead. It is us that say, oh no, honey, no, think about it. Don't. Even when they're about to fight, it's usually women that are like, no, guys, think about this. Stop. What are you guys doing? No. It's us. If we're not there, they don't have a moral code. They don't have a moral compass. If we're not there, they don't know how to stop themselves. It would be live and let live, kill or be killed. That's what would be going on out here. It is us that says, did you ever think of therapy? Maybe you should talk to someone. Childhood. Maybe. It's us that says, no, honey, look at me. Think about it. Don't fight him. It's not worth it. It's us that is speaking life back into them and bringing them back to reality once their testosterone hits 150 and they're on go mode. It's us. Without us, our society would be different. All right? So again, let's not forget what women bring to the table. But I will say this, men are not the prize, but I will say what they are. All right. Once we understand that we're the one that bring the enhancement, we bring the softness, and the culture here to this earth, we bring the balance. It is us that brings the balance. There's masculine energy and there's feminine energy. And with both energies present, it brings balance. This is why it is so important to stay in your feminine energy, because we bring the balance. If he's being masculine and we're being masculine, the world is going to end up being a very ugly place. Because now we're conditioned to doing the things that they do. We're conditioned to being the ways that they are. We are actually adapting and evolving into what men are, and the world will have no balance. And without the balance, the world is going to become an even more dangerous place. We need the culture of softness from femininity to remain in place so that this world stays a balanced place. So let me get into this. We're not discounting our brothers, ladies. We are not. I'm going to tell you what men are. Men are not the prize, but I will say this: men are a catch for women. A good man is a catch for a woman. You know how you go fishing and you get a catch, you're like, oh, this is a good one. Oh, taking this one home. Men are a catch. Men are a valuable tool. And I don't mean to say that in a demeaning way, but men are a valuable tool in a woman's life. They are an asset to us. Want to know why? Because men get things done in this world. Men are the active doing energy in this world. We know this. I've talked about this. They are the strength that we need to make it through. Because a lot of times without them, we would be an emotional weirdo mess. So they actually are the strength that we need in this world. They're also the exact physical strength that we need in this world. I mean, there are so many things that I actually helped to renovate my father's house. And there were just things that it was virtually impossible for me to do. Like, there were certain bags I couldn't get out without my husband helping me. There were certain things I couldn't grab, and thus my son grabbed it. And I actually hired a young man from our, network of people that we know to actually come and help clean up my father's garage. There was no way physically that I could have done it. I was in awe at when I looked at the work that needed to be done. I almost passed out. I said, oh, this is overwhelming. Do you know what he said to me? He said, oh, this ain't nothing. This ain't bad. This ain't nothing. I could do all this today and it'll all fit up here. And he just matter of fact to me, like, nah, watch me work. Watch me do what I do. I'm just like, how? In my mind, I couldn't even fathom my body trying to do what he did. It was amazing to me. It's always amazing to me to watch a man do what he does. If not for them, we wouldn't be able to live the cushy lives that we live. So it baffles me a lot when women be like, we don't need men. Girl, bye. Speak for yourself. Because we do. I need my 18-year-old son. When my husband's not around, my 18-year-old son's around. Because I need him. Because, again, the fact that we have gotten so pompous and so high up on our horse to say, I do not need a man. Girl, come down. I don't know what throne or what ladder you have climbed yourself up on, but you need to come up off of it, because we have gotten so big-headed and pompous. How dare we sit here and say that we do not need men? That sounds ridiculous. And the reason why that we've gotten so cocky and big for our britches is because the way has already been paved for us. Because again, they are the ground and the way pavers. The ground has already been paved for us. The reason I'm able to be on this broadcast right here, right now, is because some electrician came to the house and wired this house to be able to connect to outside to those wires. And now I'm able to stream. Some man came and hooked up this Xfinity and this internet so that I can talk to you guys today. There was a man that built this house that I am in and sitting in here right now. The desk that I'm talking to you guys on was built by my 9-year-old son and my 18-year-old son. The roads that we drive on every single day, paved by men. The bridges we drive over every single day, built by men. Men are the builders and the developers of this world, and how dare we act like we don't need them? Just because the road is already there, just because the bridge is already there. But I promise you, without the things that men have already done in this world, we would not be able to make it in this world. You know, there was a sighting of a bear out in our town, and if not for the housing and the roads and the highways, that bear would be somewhere near one of our huts because we wouldn't have real houses. And if a bear came near one of our huts while our husband happened to be out looking for food, all of us are dead. Now, let's not use a bear because bears really don't like to eat people. They just like food. That's what bears are looking for. Bears are just looking for food, y'all. They just hungry. But so you can't leave food out nowhere. But let's say it was a bobcat. Oh yeah. They're coming for you and your kids, especially the babies. So for us to sit here and say that we don't need men, it's actually ludicrous to me. Like, it's crazy. How in the world can we even form our mouths to say these things? Men are the forerunners in our world. They're able to do the things that we can't. They hunt, they protect, and they provide for this entire world, period. This is what I mean. Because at this point, I'm not even talking about your man in particular. Not your man. A man, period. Because a lot of women be like, I don't need a man. Because you're talking about some specific guy that's sitting in your house, eating your food with his feet up, driving your car around, eating all your groceries, and he's not contributing. But I'm not talking about that man. I'm not talking about him. Who I'm talking about is the men that have paved the way for this world and are still just as masculine in energy, that they're still paving the way for this world. Okay. I'm speaking of men and their attributes in general. When your house is on fire, there is 9 times out of 10 a man that is going to run into that burning building and save your children or you. Now, granted, again, we speak into the rule, not the exception. I'm not talking about the one butchy friend, the one hard knock friend you got that does carpentry, that know how to build a little something. I'm not talking about her. She's the exception. She's not the rule. I'm talking about 9 times out of 10. I'm not talking about the 0.1% that you get to argue my point and say, well, no, because women do that too. Girl, your job is not dangerous. Stop. Okay? Stop. So men are important here, y'all. They are. And you know what they have? They have a God-given ability to do all the dangerous things in this world. It's God-given. Because who in their right mind, if it is not a God-given instinct, would run into a burning house to save people knowing that they might die themselves? Like, who's willingly just like, oh, I'll sign up for that. Or go hundreds of feet underwater to build a bridge. Or climb under a car and know exactly how it works and what's wrong with it. For them to sign up for the front line of war. For them to learn how to fix the most complicated machines to keep our lives running. The plumbers, the electricians, the construction workers, the fighter pilots, the gunship pilots, the combat pilots. All of these people who know and realize that every time they get into their jets or go into their jobs, there is a huge chance of them not making it back. These are the jobs that men willingly take. These are the jobs that men willingly sign up for. That's crazy to me. You don't see many women saying, "Oh, I want to do that." Now, again, you see some women, but not many. It's few and very, very, very far in between. Okay. The most horrendous jobs that our society has that need to be done for everybody to continue to live life and move in the way that they move, these are mainly done by men. They are the builders, they are the developers of this world. So how dare we diminish their role here? How dare we? Who are we? How dare we? So let's talk about some of the most dangerous jobs. Do you know that there's underwater welders that have to go under the water to help to build our bridges and our highways and make the way that we get across bodies of water? Um, they die from shock, underwater explosions. Um, 30 out of 200 men a year die doing that job. It's dangerous. This is the top ones. A crab fisherman. 128 Alaskan king crab fishermen die every single year, y'all. It's 28 times more dangerous than the average job. And you want to know what they die from? Hypothermia, meaning they freeze under the water while they freeze while they're fishing for the Alaskan king crab. They get thrown overboard by mistake, or they end up drowning fishing for them, or they die because they have to operate very, very, very heavy machinery and gear, and then the machinery malfunctions. So 128 die yearly from just Alaskan king crab fishing. So they out here catching crab legs for you, Miss Independent. You know, we love, where my sister at? But she love her little crab boils. Luckily, she not Miss Independent. I mean, she loved them little crab boils. Like, every time I turn around, she's talking about something, she craving a crab boil. And my whole thing is 128 guys died this year trying to get to the crabs for us. So we out here savaging crab boils with the potatoes and the corn and the good old Cajun seasoning. And somebody fume was literally right there. Probably happening as we was eating it. If men weren't here, y'all, who is going to catch our crab legs? Who? Who's going under there in the freezing cold to get our Alaskan king crab legs? Who's doing it? It's not many women that have that job, y'all. You know what is another dangerous job is loggers. Logger, like a log, like the logs. They have the highest fatality rate in the country. So, our beds, our dressers, our homes, all the stuff that's built with, the logs and the wood. Our homes, how we live in. We living in the luxury in our little bed that's so comfortable. Meanwhile, the tree done fell on the man that was trying to cut it up for you. And we so pompous. Like we don't need them. How dare we? Yes, we're the prize, but they are valuable. They are an asset. They are a tool. They are a catch for us because women without men are out here struggling because they got a man somewhere. Trust me. They got a man that's out here doing the manly things that need to get done. He just might not be their man. He might not be their husband, and he might not be consistent for them. But we all need men. Even when somebody come in our house, oh, I don't need a man. I got a gun. You got a gun that a man made. Even when your husband's beating you up, let's say you need protection from your husband. You're calling protection from another man because 90% of cops are men. Now, you might got the girl cop that show up. Yeah. But she ain't gonna be able to do much but shoot him. She ain't gonna be able to fight him. So again, we're either calling a man or we're using a protective device that a man has made. Y'all, come on, we have to stop. We have to stop with the Miss Independent, I don't need a man. It's gaggable now because you need to really evaluate how our world runs and the energy that we bring to it versus the energy that they bring to it. So I want to say the nature of a man is to work. If he's willing to provide for his family and protect for his family, he's willing to do that at all costs, no matter what it takes. If there's a job to be done, they are going to do it no matter what the risk are or concerns are. They're going to take that job. They're not going to be like, oh, nah. There's guys that are out here running in fires, guys that are out here protecting and serving our country, guys that are out here in the front line of war, guys that are out here running into burning houses. These are what they're out here doing for us. Putting their life on the line every single day so that we can live the cushy lives that we live. The bottom line is this, y'all, that if men one day up and decided, no, I don't want to do what men do. I don't even like being a man no more. Because that's what's happening, y'all. Watch it. The handwriting's on the wall. If they woke up one day and said, I don't want to do this stuff no more. I don't want to do this. Think about it. What would our world be? What would it become if they just one day woke up and said, I don't want to do, I'm not picking that heavy thing up for you. I'm not doing it. Even electrical stuff, microchip workers, computer stuff. I literally just had my brother-in-law here trying to fix this before y'all came because I didn't know what I was doing. First I asked my son, but he got a little boo thing downstairs, a little girlfriend. He was trying to rush me. And I'm like, I need to know how this works. I had to call another guy. Like, sir, how do you plug this? What am I supposed to plug this stuff into? What am I doing? I don't know how to work this. If they just one day decided, I'm not helping you, figure it out. I got to read the instructions and do it? Your car break down. Yeah, you figure it out. Where the mechanics? Oh, nah, men said they don't fix cars no more. They don't want to do that. They said they want to do what women do now. So majority of men are now doing laundry and cooking and doing cute jobs like doing hair and nails. Girl, you doing hair is not dangerous. So stop. So if we say, oh, we could do what men do, we Miss Independent, ain't no man doing no facial. My job's not dangerous. Doing a little gel, manicure here and there, a little waxing. That's not dangerous. Being a nurse, the worst thing that happen, you get somebody the wrong medication, but it's not dangerous. It's not, you're not dying from that. But if men one day woke up and said, oh, the electricity went out? Oh yeah, nah, we ain't climbing up there. No. Tiff, don't do that to me. I was confused though. You saw me, I wasn't even paying attention. He was talking to me. I was like, my mind, I'm like, just do it. I don't know what you're talking about. Just go ahead and put the cord in. Like, I don't know. But if our electricity went out right now, I'm gonna call some electrician and he like, oh no, I'm not climbing up there. That's too high. I'm nervous. I'm scared. I don't know. I'm not going up there. What? I need my lights on. Oh well, I don't know. Can you get up there? Because I don't do that. Or I called the Xfinity guy. He got drilled through the side of the house, and he like, oh, I don't know how to use the drill. I really wanted to paint my nails today. Yeah, we playing, but this is not funny no more. Like, if men just woke up and decided, I don't want to do the big, strong, things that men do. I want to do what y'all do. I want to lay back. I want to be the prize. I want to paint my nails. I want to cook. I want to clean. I want to work at Yale. I want to do some hair, wax some eyebrows, take care of these kids. And when I say take care of the kids, I mean cook and clean for them. I don't mean provide and protect for them. I'm not doing that part. You got to do that part. I don't want to do it. Y'all, we would be done for. Life as we know it is over. Oh, yeah. Y'all do realize that bridges don't last forever, right? That they got to continue to repave and restructure bridges. What if one day the bridge was about to fall and we just like, I'm not fixing that. Yeah, but it only has 2 more years before it's going to break down. Oh, yeah, nah, we not fixing bridges no more, though. It's too dangerous. We dying doing that. We don't want to do that no more. Y'all, we have to realize that if men one day woke up and decided that they don't want to do what men do anymore, we would die out as a species because women are not equipped to survive in this world without them. We're not equipped physically or mentally. We are not equipped to deal with the things that they deal with, period. So you need to be the prize when he gets home. Something that reminds him of who he is. Something that is soft. Something that's nice to look at. Something that's nice to rub on. Put some damn effort in, please. I was telling my students the other day, they was like, Miss, you don't own no Crocs? Hell no, I don't own no Crocs. I don't work in the nursing industry and I don't stand up all day long. Now, I actually do, but I decided to wear cute shoes as opposed to Crocs. And the reason why is not because I don't necessarily like them, because I heard that if you put your foot in them, it's the best feeling you ever felt in your life. But I don't want to get used to the feeling. And then now I'm wearing Crocs all the time. They was like, so Miss, you don't even wear them around the house? No, I'm even cuter around the house than I am outside. I'm even cuter. My slippers are cute. I'm not walking around the house in a bonnet and a t-shirt with holes in it after they done went out, did A, B, C, and D as a man, and they come home and you got a t-shirt with holes in it. You're not a prize. That's not a trophy. That's not sitting there shining. That's not looking good. It's looking worn out. Now, granted, now we do work just as much as they do, but we got to choose our work wisely. And we got to make sure that our work is not overwhelming us and it's not consuming us. Keep a balance between work and home. That way you don't feel overrun. There's literally no excuses anymore for you to just be home looking like who did it and why. Like, why you look like that? Don't do it. Be the prize. Be the femininity. Be the softness. Be the emotional connection that they need to the world. Because once they're out there and they're dealing with that stuff, they're not thinking about that emotional softness until they get back into the house. Because once they walk out of the house, they have to put their shell back on. Be the home, be the prize that allows them to take the shell off so that they don't have to wear that protective armor in the house with you. That's a true prize. But a lot of people, they want to call themselves the prize, but they're not really acting like a prize. A lot of women want to be like, well, women are the prize. I do believe that women are a prize, but only certain women are a prize. Feminine, polarized women are the prize. Masculine women are no prize, not for a man. Now, you might be a prize to society because there are masculine traits you bring to the table that they don't have to hire a man for, and they can pay you less. You're an asset to them. So yes, you're a prize to society, but you're not necessarily a prize to him. So just remember, men are not the prize. Men are a catch, a valuable tool, an asset to us as women. Women are indeed the prize, but you need to make sure that you're a divinely feminine, polarized woman, respectful, out here in the streets representing him well in order to be a true prize. All right. So with that being said, I'm hungry. I got chicken and dumplings in the oven, in the crock pot, and I'm ready to eat that. So I just want to say I love y'all. I just also want to say it's so devastating to me. Rest in peace to my friend and client, Latoya Glasper, who is normally always on these live videos with me, who passed away suddenly. We loved her. She was a great friend of ours, a great friend to the community. And I just, want to just salute her and rest in peace and just, send a prayer out to her cousin, who's usually on the live video as well, and her children, who I know are going through it, because I know I went through it when my mother passed. So, um, with that being said, I just want to thank everybody for watching, and just let us all recognize that we do this for love. Life is too short, so I just want to let you guys know that I love you all, and thank you guys all for supporting me and watching my channel. Please tell your friends, send it to your friends, and tell them to like and subscribe as well. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Bye.